some hilarious submissions such as Hillary is the Lex Luthor of politics and Donald Trump hates dogs. Last night was a fantastic show. But tonight's theme is all about 11 spine-tingling horror movie icons. That's what we're going. We're gonna go through a list and see like some of the scariest, creepiest, and coolest of the horror movie characters. And we're gonna kick it off with Frankenstein's monster. I think the thing about Frankenstein's monster that's so cool is the fact that he doesn't even have to speak in order to instill fear. A lot of horror movie things use mental manipulation, and I think that the fact that Frankenstein can just go like, and just go down and strike fear, and the people that have pitchforks come at him with the flames, I think that speaks volumes to the kind of character that he is. And think of how long ago Frankenstein was developed. So long ago that Mary Shelley wrote the book. It is a classic. Frankenstein is going to go down as one of the scariest monsters. I also think he's going to go down as one of the more gentler monsters because at the end of the day, I feel like Frankenstein is more misunderstood and doesn't actually have the intent that a lot of the other people on this list and creatures on this list have. What do we got next? We have Count Dracula. I think what's really, really, really cool about Count Dracula is his charisma. I think that he has, and there's a lot of incarnations of Dracula, but I feel like at the end of the day, there's the sex appeal aspect of being a vampire. Something about vampires appeal to our society. We're attracted to vampires. And just think of all the things like Twilight, True Blood, just everything that has come. And I feel like it all started with Dracula. And it's just creepy. The idea of someone draining the blood from their victims is creepy. It's just creepy. In fact, I don't know if any of you have seen this, but a lot of you should probably know that Dracula is based off of Vlad the Impaler in Romania. And now you can actually stay at Dracula's castle and sleep in a velvet-lined coffin. In fact, I've been trying to convince Kennedy to do this with me. I think it'll be a great adventure. Romania 2K17, let's go. All right, next on our list would be Cujo. Cujo the dog. One of Stephen King's greatest characters, I think. Everyone loves dogs. Man's best friend. But the idea that man's best friend can become man's worst nightmare in the snap of a finger, in the blink of an eye, is insane. This dog went on a killing rampage through the entire town. I think twice about my own dog after watching like something like that. I look at her sitting there and I'm like, are you about to come get me? I don't know. I think that Cujo is going to go down as one of the greatest things. And it's not the only Stephen King character on our list. Up next, we have Damien Thorn. I don't know if any of you have seen the Omen movies, but Damien would be the son of Satan and the Antichrist. Now, this little kid is creepy. I think there's something creepy about little kids anyway, with their like big eyes and stuff, and it's just creepy. But this kid has the ability to impose Satan's wrath on just about anyone. And I feel like he doesn't even know that he's doing it. I mean, if you watch the later Omen movies, he clearly knows that he's doing it. But the fact that this little innocent child can instill such fear in everyone. And I think that the religious aspect, the religious undertones of it also creep people out, because there's something about religion that is the unknown of religion, that no one has a concrete confirmation of religion. I think that speaks to the movie itself, because there is the unknown. You don't know if that's out there. You don't know if your child even could be the spawn of Satan. Maybe you have a Guatemalan child. Who knows? Let's see. Next up on the list is Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw movies. I think anyone that's willing to go out there and wear their victim's face on their face probably deserves a spot on the list of most spine-tingling characters. It's just the creepiest thing. It's just so creepy. Could you imagine the chainsaw? Speaking of chainsaw, I was terrified at Great Escape recently with with a chainsaw person chasing around my friend Alyssa. I couldn't even imagine if that were real. I knew it was fake and still was terrified by this person wearing a mask coming at me with a chainsaw. Could you even imagine if someone actually came at you with a chainsaw with the intent of cutting up your face and wearing it as an accessory? It's just creepy. It's creepy. It's creepy. Next on the list is our second Stephen King character of the countdown, and that would be Carrie, everyone's favorite high schooler. Carrie is a complex individual because you can argue that Carrie would not have gone on such a rampage if it weren't for the mistreatment of the high school friends and the way her mom treated her. But high school friends, but Carrie, I feel like the psychotic tendencies were always going to be there with her. If you have that much power inside of you, that much ability, it's going to manifest in some capacity. But that scene, and you know what I'm talking about. You know what scene. You look up, you see it. It looks like I'm like in it right now. The blood pouring down onto her is one of the most iconic horror movie scenes of all time. And Carrie just murdering her entire prom is just, it wouldn't have been, there's some people at my prom that I wouldn't have minded if that happened to, let's be honest. But, and one of the freakiest things at the end of the movie, of the original, is, or whatever, when her hand comes out of the thing, I had nightmares of her hand coming out of the ground for the longest time. Next on our countdown, we have Bruce. I feel like half of you have no idea who Bruce is, but Bruce is actually the shark from the original Jaws movie. The ocean is already full of unknowns. We have no idea what's in most of the ocean, and I feel like everybody has a fear of sharks in some way. I mean, you could like it, but if you came face to face with a shark, let alone the giant shark from Jaws, the fear that's inside of you is going to be overwhelming. It really is. But can you picture it, though? Can you picture a great white shark ripping you limb from limb and just completely destroying you? That is creepy. You're not allowed to go in the ocean. You can't go swimming anymore. Your summer's over. Your summer vacation's over. That's it. You end your high school with your prom being destroyed by Carrie, and then you try to get some solace at the beach and you get ripped apart by a shark. You're not having a good time. You're really not. But then you go home and you look at your childhood bedroom, and then you see your dolls. Your childhood bedroom with dolls. Now, Chucky has got to be one of the coolest horror movie icons of all time. This doll, a killer doll with a foul mouth, is probably one of the coolest things ever. I actually root for Chucky. I think that Chucky goes after people who deserve it. I really do. I think that Chucky... No, I like Chucky. But if you want to talk creepy dolls, Annabelle. And I think what's creepy about Annabelle is the fact that Annabelle is real, that you can actually go visit the doll of Annabelle. I think the fact that that's a real thing that is linked to murders and deaths and creepy things. Could you imagine? Nobody even likes, yes, Jeepers Creepers. I can't even watch that. That creeps me out. I don't even like driving at night because I remember like the scene of him just in the road. No. Jeepers Creepers I can't put him on the list because I will not sleep tonight. But thank you, Sean, for that. Thank you. Yes, Darcy. Annabelle is so creepy, right? I remember I had my 21st birthday party, and then me and my friends Alyssa and Morgan and my cousin Rob, we actually woke up after like 14 hours of partying to go see Annabelle. And even my hungover self was just completely terrified by this doll. But next on the list we have, and today I believe is the anniversary of this movie, is Michael Myers from the Halloween movies. That white mask is probably one of the most iconic things ever. And I feel like even to this day, Halloween is not the same without watching one of the Halloween movies. And can we just real quick talk about Jamie Lee Curtis's performance in the movies? I think she is one of the greatest actresses, and it speaks to her ability as an actress to go from that to where she is now in her career. But no, Michael Myers just coming at you with a knife, hell bent on killing you. He murdered his sister, whatever he did, and now he wants to just destroy everyone. I think that that's very creepy. But if you want to talk about destroying everyone, then you have to go to Jason Voorhees. And here's another one where I feel like they have it coming. There's something about seeing a bunch of horny teenagers getting slaughtered by this brutal behemoth of a man in this hockey mask that I think that no one... You don't want to see them get killed, but you do. You want to see them just like the blood and guts come out of them, because Jason is probably... I have to say he's one of the most iconic of all time. There's no spine-tingling horror movies without him. I mean, he's not the... When Michael Myers is coming for you, but you need to sell that yogurt. That's right, activity. You've got to do that. Got to keep yourself regular for the Halloween movies. That's right. You know what? It might be a Freaky Friday for her this Halloween. Halloween's a Mondays. Whatever. That's irrelevant. That's like me and the color wheel. Okay. But no, Jason's really creepy. But I would have to say my favorite horror movie icon of all time is, there you go, Darcy, Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger. Dreams, where you can either go to escape your problems or to work them out. But when your dreams are infiltrated by this burned child predator, pedophile person is in your dreams, making your worst nightmares come true, when you can't even fall asleep because he might get you. Now, these other ones, you're awake and you can actually try to do something to save yourself. But what happens when you're deep in slumber and you can't do anything about it, and Freddy is coming to get you? 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. That's right, you know. Do not fall asleep. Do not fall asleep. In fact, tonight, I want each and every one of you to sit up thinking of Chucky, of Michael Myers, of Carrie, of Freddy, Jason. Think about them outside of your house. Inside of your house. They are coming for you this Halloween. And real quick, clowns. Why are clowns a thing? Why are clowns coming after everybody? You know, I don't really like clowns. I mean, they're alright, I guess, with their balloon animals and stuff. But when the clown starts coming at me, like, outside the woods and creeping me, like, that's something I can't deal with. Yes, exactly. Do you think clowns are creepy? Give a like if you think clowns are creepy. That's right, especially these killer clowns that are coming for us. But no. I think Freddy would be my favorite horror movie icon of all time. Now, I put up a poll for all of my blog followers to decide tomorrow night's topic. And overwhelmingly, they've decided that they want the entire show. It's 11 out of 11, so we're going to do 11 minutes nonstop. And the topic is going to be serial killers. We're keeping in line with the Halloween theme. It's serial killers. You have no idea what it's going to be. Maybe I'm going to interview a serial killer. Maybe we're going to go in depth with a certain serial killer. Maybe we're going to look at a bunch of cases. But tomorrow night, serial killer. We go from horror movie icons to serial killers. These are the things that haunt your dreams. Happy Halloween, everyone. Have a great night. This is the 11:11. Like, share, comment, everything. Have a great night.